Hey Dojo friends, I wanted to take a moment to answer questions that I've gotten lately about long distance students and becoming a personal student. I've had 5 people in the last just week ask if they could become students of myself or somehow be connected with the dojo. They've seen things online, they like what they see, our philosophical approach, whatever it might be. They feel a connection. They want to get involved, and I admire that so much because a lot of the people that have contacted me live all over the world and just can't get here physically or be here. And with young people nowadays, everybody thinks that the internet is the answer, whether it's going on Zoom to become part of our classes or doing video conferences or something like that, lessons online. I have to say the same thing I always say: I do not have the time to take on long distance students. My priority is with the students that are with me here at this dojo. That always must take precedence for my time. These people have come here from all over to train. They're getting the physical experience as well as the mental and the spiritual experience of training in the martial arts, and I'm obligated to them. Do I believe you can be a long distance student? Temporarily, yes. There are certain cases where you can, but if you think you're going to become proficient in the martial arts online without any training partners or physically being at a dojo, I think you're mistaken. I don't believe that that's a lack of progressive thinking, or I'm not utilizing the internet or technology, or it's too conservative. I just think that's the way it is. If I was going to learn to fly a plane, I could do all of the virtual training I wanted, but I still have to get in the cockpit and fly that plane. I have to feel the controls, I have to feel the wind on the wings and the responsibility of being there physically. There's an essential sanshin, which is like a triple transmission between a teacher, a sensei, and a student that my teachers gave to me, and I put the effort in to go to them, and those who want to train with me need to put that effort in as well, and they go as follows. You have kuden, which is your verbal communication, your discussions between the teacher and the student over a period of many years. You have taiden, which is the communication of physical substance, which is the physical mat time, the dirt time that we call it, the time where your teacher is physically grabbing you, throwing you, you're using ukemi, you're really getting good at the martial arts, holding the weapons, feeling the bruises and the pain, all of that experience that comes with being there present with the teacher. And then you have shinden, and shinden is the heart and spirit part of communication. Now, I don't doubt that the people asking me are sincere, they want to be part of the dojo, but you can understand my predicament. I only have so much time. I have 150 plus active students. I need to spend my time where it matters, which is here at the dojo. I tell everyone the same thing. You have the opportunity, as I did, to move here. It can be done. If you say it can't be done, it will never happen. In 1998, I started to save up the money, and in 1999, I relocated. I moved. I left my family, friends, and my job to go and move from Massachusetts to Ohio to train physically with my teacher for many years. That is the best way I can suggest to people to become part of the dojo, is move here. We've also had people visit us for a week or two, or come for daily seminars, drive long distances, take flights to be here. I can't tell you how many tens of thousands, it's probably well over 6 figures now that I have spent on my martial art education by traveling the world, getting on so many airplanes, driving countless hours, hotel rooms, to go to seminars since the early 1980s to get my education. It would be disingenuous for someone to say, hey, give me all you know through a screen. I do not believe life should be lived through a screen or experienced through a screen. It cannot. I do not believe that a black belt should be earned through the internet. You have to come and test. You have to physically be here. Are you with the teacher? Are you being hit by the teacher? Are you avoiding the teacher's attacks? Are you training with 10 different types of people? Small people, large people, heavy people, old people, young people. Because you don't know who's going to attack you on the street, so you have to be attacked by many different people. You have to train and practice the martial arts with targets rolling on the ground, getting on the ground, grabbing weapons off the wall. Just to give you an example, last night, if you're training only online, are you feeling the hits? Most of the people that want to train with me are solo. They don't even have a training partner. How can you become an expert of the martial arts if you never have contact with someone? It's not possible. Just last night, we had a student that had to leave the mat because she got hit in the nose. Guess what happened last Saturday? She got hit in the nose with an elbow. Girl last night was rolling. She has long hair, even though it was in a ponytail. Someone stepped on her hair as she was rolling by mistake and pulled some of her hair out. These are the visceral, not always pleasant, physical experience that you get by being at a dojo. You're going to have the bumps and the bruises. That is what makes a black belt, is a person who has gone through these trials and the tribulations that a student expects from the teacher and the teacher expects from the student. This is that oral transmission that is passed down, but it's mostly physical. The martial arts is a physical act. It is not something that you can do over a screen for long periods of time. Yes, it can supplement your training if you're long distance. I have had people earn their Kihon certifications, but when it comes to Shoden level, Chuden, Okuden level, you must be present physically. So I encourage anyone out there, if you really, really want to be involved, your actions will speak for you. You will save up the money like I did. I had 2 jobs to save up the money to move. If you have a family, an established career, you won't be able to move, but you also can't expect the sensei of whatever school you're interested in to put forth tremendous effort for one student. It doesn't work that way. It never has, it never will. I apologize greatly because I want to help people. I want people's dreams to come true as mine did. But my teachers always told me the same thing, and this was in writing back in the 1980s. There was no internet. Look, you have to get to my school on this day at this time, spend this amount of money to get these notes that I'm going to show at this particular seminar. If you're really interested in training with me, you have to move, you have to get a job here, you have to relocate your family, and you have to be present. Now, we could go on and on about the benefits to online training versus the negative side. I could give you 1,000 reasons why you should be present in a dojo in order to train. And human nature is, I want to get involved, I do all of the beginning stages, but I don't follow through. I can't tell you how many people have emailed, called, texted, whatever, and said, I'm going to be there this date, and then they don't show up. It's exciting for us. We get that adrenaline rush when we start to do something. I want to change my life. I want to do something. We start it. It's like a New Year's resolution. And then there's something about the act of reaching out for the start, but then we don't follow through. We get whatever it is, fear, laziness. I can't explain what it is. I don't know the answer, but something happens where the act of reaching out is enough. That's all the person really wanted. They really had no intention of following through and actually showing up to work for years and years to become a black belt. They had really no intention of ever moving. They just wanted to hear the voice of the teacher, to connect in some way and feel part of it, part of something bigger. But just like anything else, you have to follow through with what you say, and you have to be consistent and do it for many years to become good at what you want to do. Any martial art, it doesn't matter which one, and I have friends that own schools all say the same thing. I get calls from people all the time. They say that want to come and do the lessons. They do 1 or 2 classes, it's too difficult, and they leave. This is just the nature of the game. Those who are super committed will commit their lives to finding the teacher, relocating to a dojo, and physically showing up several days a week to train. Those are the ones that tend to be the instructors of the next generation. There is no way I can say with any legitimacy that you can earn a martial art degree over the internet. It will not work. From my experience, I have never seen it work long term. I have had people who have sent me videos and then they come to the dojo physically and they don't know what they're doing because they haven't had a body attacking them. They haven't experienced the falls, the hits. They haven't experienced the physical presence of a human being attacking you and grappling you and holding you, and they crumble under pressure. I don't want to leave on a negative note, but I'm just trying to be honest with the people who ask me. It's always going to be the same answer. I do not believe in my heart that you can study martial arts virtually through a screen long term. Short term, fine. If you're out sick, if you're hurt, you do it online for a while, fine. But long term, it cannot sustain itself. It's not the traditional way that things were ever done, and I don't believe it ever will be done that way. Martial arts is about two people together combating, feeling the energy, exchanging that energy, and building it into something real and visceral. If you want to be part of our dojo and you want to move here, email me at thedojocincinnati@gmail.com, but you must be serious and you must be willing to put in the time, effort to move here, to relocate, and uproot your life to start a new endeavor, as I did when I moved in 1998, 1,000 miles away from my home, to try and pursue my dream. Best of luck in your training, and I suggest if you can't get here, find a local dojo, a martial art that you love, and train physically in that dojo, in that facility. I think you'll be happy with those results. Thanks for watching, everybody, and may your dreams come true.